Hey everyone, welcome to another stream here. So let's get ready to do it. We have our nice little, whoa. We have our, as we built last time, we have the beautiful walls going. We also have our part of our moat, which is good. I revised the vision of it for what I want to do. So that's great. This allowed me to see a little bit more clarity. So what we're going to do is quickly get our charger. Okay. Good. Let's get to it. All right, so what we're gonna do to start off this episode here is actually just give her with the stone cooking. We're just gonna finish up the, might even do, okay, that's good. So let's go make this tower and finish that off. So let's see how this is gonna look. How do you want this one to be? All right, this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so whenever you have a goal, and I mean, I've spoken of a good amount about goals on our time here so far in these streams, and it's a great thing. Goals are how we operate. Goals are who we are, and goals are how we are meant to live. That's just how it is. People might say, what does that even mean? Well, if you go check out the other videos, I'll tell you and explain that in more depth as to what a goal is, really setting worthy goals, going for the C-type, going for things you don't know how you're going to do. And when you do that, you really start to stretch yourself. So what I want to touch on quickly today is we have a couple minutes here together, and the big thing I want to touch on is when you're on track for your goal and when you're moving towards your goal, you want to prioritize your time and your tasks. Because great thing that I've learned and that I was taught and that was passed down to me is that we do not manage time, we manage tasks, because time just is. Time is there. Time is relative. When we say this is how long it's going to take, this is how long it's going to take. If I say I'm going to give myself 4 hours to clean my room or to do this thing, it's going to take 4. But if I tell myself, hey, I'm doing this in 3, I'm doing this in 20 minutes, we're going to find the way to do it in 20 minutes. So when you're doing something for your goal, when you're doing anything for a goal, when you're doing anything for anything throughout your day, I want to not only suggest to you, but I want to allow you to level up your awareness a bit as to what you're capable of doing and what you can do throughout your day, because we all only have so many hours throughout the day. And successful people, the Oprahs, the Jim Carreys, whoever they are, they have the same amount of time that you and I do. And you might say, well, yeah, but they're just rich or whatever. Well, I'll guarantee you, and not only I will guarantee you, I do guarantee you that they were not always that way. They were not always rich. They were not always that way. Oprah was not always rich. She started late in her life. Later in her life. She was not always Oprah. She started at an age that most people probably don't know. And how do you get there? How do you do these things that all these successful people are doing? And how do you make the time, people might ask? You make the time. Because time, again, as I said, is relative. It's when we set the amount of time that we're going to do for something, and I say this is how long it's going to take me, that's how long it's going to take me. Like I said, if we say, 3 hours, that's good. That's great. It's going to take that long. However, when we're on track to a worthy goal, that's something that's stretching us, that's bringing the best out of us, we're going to want to... Oh my goodness, where did you come from? We're going to want to have our time as effective as possible. 1, 2, 3. Because when we're doing something that we don't know how we're going to achieve, it's going to require stretching. It's going to require us to do things we haven't done before in order to receive things and achieve things we've never received or achieved. And in doing that, we're going to need to use the best amount of our time and the time to our greatest abilities, so that we create what we want. And why I'm saying this is because right now I had about 12 minutes, and that's just on this stream. And the reason why I have 12 minutes is because I'm scheduled for the rest of my day for what I'm doing. And just ensure that what you're doing is prioritized. What are you really taking action on right now? What are you doing and moving towards for your goal? Is it stretching you? Is it something that's going to uplift you throughout your day? Is it something that's going to bring you more joy? Is it something that's going to contribute to that end goal that's really making you uncomfortable? And you want to ensure that when you're asking yourself these things, that you're asking yourself from a place of the end. You want to be asking from the end. You don't want to be asking to. You don't want to be saying, what can I do to get there? Ask yourself from the end. What would that version of me be doing? What would that version of Ryan, what would that version of Carl, of Angela, what would they be doing? How would they be responding in this situation? What would their time be spent like? Would they be doing this? And then once you ask that question, simply just wait. Just wait for the answer, because the answer will come. And then when it comes to you, action it. That's it. So that's one of the things that I wanted to touch on today, is go for what you want and prioritize your time. Because again, we all only have so much time that we have throughout the day, and it's what we're putting our time to that allows us to get done what's important, that's actually moving us towards the end goal. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's a process of learning. So if someday, it seems to be going great, and then another day it doesn't seem to be going so great, that's good. We learned. That is a learning opportunity to see what works, what doesn't work, how we can prioritize better, what tasks are more important. Everything is an opportunity to grow and learn and to see from a different perspective. So whatever you're doing, prioritize it, plan, schedule, do it, and action it. Because the action is where the growth happens. And I know for me, when I first started moving on any of this type of thinking or material, I know that action was very uncomfortable for me. I was very, skeptical, or whatever you want to say to that. Didn't like it at all. And successful people form the habit of doing things that unsuccessful people don't like doing. So if you have an action step and it's very clear that this is what you need to do, and you've asked yourself, what do I need to get there? What do I need to get to my goal? And the answer is clear, that it says this is what I need to do. Do it. Do that thing. because that's what's going to deliver that growth that you want, that uncomfortable action. So do that. And then let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you did, how it went, what the experience was like, and I would love to go forward and, you know, leave a comment. Say, what did you uncomfortably action today? What was uncomfortable for you that you just took action on and said, enough's enough, I've been avoiding this, I've been putting this off, whatever it has been, whatever it was, doesn't matter. What can you do to take action today, right now, and get uncomfortable with it? And ensure that what it's doing is stretching you, because we all only have so much amount of time, and that's where those people, the successful, very successful people, they are receiving the things they really want because they're doing the things that are making them uncomfortable, and they're getting stretched. And that stretching is forming new habits, and habits, people form habits, habits form futures. So if you want something new, you must do something new. That is the basis of today's lesson. 1, 2, all right, so let's just a wee bit. What we're going with is a not so traditional approach for all these things. Previous versions of me, Ryan, would have said, you know what, we need to make this super circular, perfect, all this other stuff. F that, we're not doing that. 1, 2, 3, and we're just going with what we feel like, and spontaneous and creativity. So that is the gist of our castle. Spontaneity and creativity. It should be almost gone. That's all good. 2 and 2. Perfect. Alright, come on, boy. Where are you? So we do have an infinity book with the book traders, the librarians. So that could be, and that is going to be very helpful. What do we get here? Fortune, efficiency 3, perfect. All right. So let's take these 10 blocks. We're gonna actually, these other 2 are exactly how much we need. I'll tell you, everything is perfect as well. Whatever you're doing, you're exactly where you need to be. Maintain that attitude. That's an attitude. An attitude starts with our thoughts. So perfect. That's what we need to do. And how are we making this look? Because we want this to be 1, 2, 1, 2, bada binga. This is how this is going. Perfect. Okay. So that's good. We got our last tower down. Last tower solidified here for our courtyard. So now the next steps, which I believe will most likely be later tonight, is going to be building up, getting a few more resources, and crushing the rest of this wall here, because we're even going to go like this. This is going to make it look good. All right, that's it. Perfect. That's another word that it's just a habit, is perfect. Nothing is perfect. That's, I'm going to cut that out. Well, I'm just going to replace it with something else. There's no such thing as perfect. Practice makes improvement. So as I just practice building, I'll get better at it. All right, everyone. Thank you all for joining. What I'm going to do is we have our beautiful towers. Okay. Let's do I need a helmet? It's pants and a helmet. Okay. All right, everyone. I will see you all very shortly. Have an amazing day.